Good morning. It's Stacy from PeonyLandDesign.com. Have you subscribed to the channel yet? If not, click the little blue button. We're going to do a project today.
Don't forget to click the subscribe button, comment down below, like this video, and click the bell icon to be notified.
And this is the project that's been on my list for a while. You know the doom pile continues on that wall over there, but there's a piece over there I need to do this project on, and then there's this piece over here that I want to do this project on. We're gonna do both of them today. So when I went to the craft store, the Crafts Direct closing sale, I picked up these little clippies. I picked up a bunch of them. There they are in gold over there. There's another set over here. I picked up 4 packages of these. I don't need 4 packages, but I know I had these little clippies somewhere else in here. I can't find them. I had vintage clippies like this, and I can't find them. So I picked these up. They ended up being 75 cents. So I just kind of went insane and bought 4 packages that I don't need so that I never run out again. That's so wrong. I think it's an ADHD symptom. I'm like, I don't want to do a project and run out, but I actually have a couple ideas for more projects using these, not just the one we're working on today. But this is the one that was most pressing. I wanted to get it done quickly. At the garage sale where I got like all the really great vintage Christmas stuff, I picked up some kitchen tools. This was one of them. This is obviously a potato masher. It's a 1940s potato masher. I got 2 of them at her sale. This one is burnt, so it is less valuable to me. That's why I feel perfectly comfortable making this a project and not selling it outright. It also has some damage to the handle on the other side. And I don't know too many people that use these as actual potato mashers anymore. They're just collectibles. So we're going to upcycle it. We are going to create a card display. So like if you got a photo or a Christmas card that you like, and actually with this one, I feel like it could have something here. I hadn't planned on putting something here, but it could. It would be kind of cute with like a little display, like a little Christmas display in it, and then you would have a clippy for a card. But anyway, let's just get the clippy on first. Let's do that, because that's all I wanted to do with these. And the reason it's part of the Doom Pile project, not necessarily this one, is because over there, hiding on my desk over there, I have had another one that has been in there for years. Let me grab it. I had to use a reacher to grab it. It's this one. So this one has been over there waiting for this project, this specific project, forever. And then I lost the clips. And you can see this one is not in good condition. Again, condition's everything in vintage, right? So when I find pieces that are kind of cool, but they're not in really great condition, we're going to repurpose them. So we're going to repurpose these potato mashers today. So what do? With a vintage potato masher, we make it a picture display. Actually, I think I want to keep this one for my desk. Because, you know, your kid's school picture, and I'm a vintage lover, so this is totally appropriate. I also have a cracked ironstone cup that holds my pencils and pens at work. I need my stuff to have my personality, and this is another project that would have personality. Now this one, I don't know if you can see it, but when you set it down, it's not upright. It's definitely got a tilt to it. That's from mashing hard. Those women were mashing. This is from this action. They were pulling it, you know, like, oh. Go girl, you get it. She was mashing up a storm, whoever this was. I'm not trying. They're both actually. This one leans a little bit too. Okay, good to know. You're hand mashing potatoes. I have a masher. Mine's plastic. It's not plastic. It's like resin. And I use a ricer first. And then I use mash instant. It's true. I have a ricer and a potato masher, and I still use instant. Okay. So I have these as they're not going to be straight, but I think if I put it on the one side that's a little bit back like this, so it's not facing down, your picture won't be facing down, I think it'll be okay. Let's get these started. I'll get you guys switched around. And I am going to use JB Weld. It's a 2-part epoxy to attach them. I went back and forth about how I was going to do that, how I was going to attach it. I thought about resin, like clear resin, but then I thought, how do I keep it in place? This stuff is thick and it'll stay in place, and it's stronger than, say, a super glue, or hot glue is not going to hold it. I mean, you could put it on there with hot glue, but it's not going to last. Like the first time you press down to put a picture in, I feel like it would pop off. So that's not what we want. We're going to put it on with this. Let me get you switched around. Okay. So I'm going to start with, this is hardener, and this is the steel one. I'm going to put down just a dollop of the hardener. Now the trick is you want equal parts, which is sometimes a little tricky. I better get this ready before I do. Let's get 2 of these out, because once I start mixing, it's going to go fast. And if you've never used a 2-part epoxy like this, it smells very much like an old school perm. So brace yourself. Let me get these out of the way. I will hang them next to the other ones. So these clippies are, yeah, they're pretty good. Oh yeah, clip that. Ooh, ow. Okay. They're strong. I mean, I kept thinking the vintage ones would be better because they were built different, but these look pretty good. I mean, this seems to be, no, actually it doesn't, because this one's popping out where this one's flush. I mean, they're not, I just wish I had the vintage ones. Anyway, okay, we're gonna do it anyway. So the trick here is to get equal parts. So I've got the hardener down, and now this is the steel. That looks pretty equal to me. Cap those off so they don't dry out, and I use this stir paint. And then you gotta mix it. Mix it good. And I don't want my resin to be pooching out, but I'm gonna just layer as much as I can onto one side of the clip. I should be wearing gloves. You want it to make contact in as many locations as possible. Let's get that little Let's not bubble off there. Okay. Now, I think I want my clip to go up. You know, this would be great if you have like a vintage one that was your great-grandmother's or your grandmother's and you didn't want to use it for cooking, but you wanted to keep it because you remembered she made the best mashed whatever. I don't know. Sentimental. You can absolutely do this with your own. And with this one, so it's quite clear what the front and the back would be on this one. Obviously, this is the side on this one, because it's wider in the front, but I liked the look of it that way too. Like I kept looking like which way would I want to do it, and I think I like this width up front. So we're gonna do the same thing on here, and I want to cover up the burn. Ooh. Okay, no, that's on the side. Okay, where was it? Both the damage and the burn were on the side, so I want that to be my front. Okay, stop laying it down on that, Stacy. Hang on. Oy vey. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And we're just going to coat as much of the surface as we can on one side so that we can try and make contact. So your contact's going to be stronger if it's in more than one spot. And that's with anything you're attaching to something else. If you can get anchor points in, say, all this area, as opposed to like one spot of glue, it's going to be a stronger hold. If you can do the same thing with nails or screws on a project, do it. You're going to want more than one holding it in place. All right, this is actually starting to get sticky. Nope, don't do that. And I'm going to put this one a little lower. Feel like yeah, and see what this one is narrower than my clip. So it's important to have that anchor point all along there because these pieces are not actually making contact here. So the sides are lifted up, which makes it less secure. So we want to make sure we have as much adhesive making contact with the wood as possible. And we're going to let those dry and cure. So I'm sad I'm going to lose this stick. It's one of my favorites. There, just let that dry. All right. We're going to set that aside, let it dry. Okay, let's test it out and see how it works. I grabbed a postcard from my stash. Perfect. You know what these are great for? Like holding recipe cards in the kitchen because, you know, you got to make room. Cute little thing, right? Just to hold a recipe card. I don't have a recipe card. Well, I do, but I'd have to go up in the cupboard and get it, and I didn't want to. Same goes for this one. Let's get that one clipped on there. Very cute. They're kind of perfect. It's a simple project. They're not all going to be rocket science. They're not all super complicated, and they don't have to be. But it's a quick little upcycle for pieces that aren't in the best condition. Like I said, you know, condition is everything. So if they're not in the best condition, you can still use them. They're still useful. So that's my project for today. And finally, another project, another doom pile project off my list of things to do. Thanks for watching, you guys. Happy junkin'. Bye.
Visit my blog, peonylanedesigns.com, for more tips, tricks, and inspiration. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll be notified of new videos. I post every week DIY tutorials and, of course, more junkin videos.